What's going on? Um, this is a theory. Um, it's a theory that somebody else, it's somebody else theory. This ain't my theory. But how I think and what I think going on. Okay, so um, check it out. All right, I'm gonna try to go from time to time to time. Okay, so the Giants. They say before this there were giants, right? Okay. When there were giants, you could look anything I say up. Okay. This is a theory. I that the theory is entertainment purposes only. I guess. Um, when we was giants, we didn't breathe oxygen. Um, we're not an oxygen breathing species for real. Um, just like fish don't breathe oxygen. Um, really animals don't for real. Like a lot of the animals don't. Reptiles do. Um, certain certain type of humans do. Um, so oxygen was discovered in 1777, but before oxygen, like you hear that before oxygen, it was something called the Great Oxidation Event. You can look it up. That caused oxygen caused us to start breathing oxygen. Basically, we adapt to it, but it's detrimental to, like, we basically breathing fire. Like it's burning it's burning us from the inside out slowly. You know what I'm saying? Slowly. You know what I'm saying? That's why, in a sense, we zombies. And we was a supercontinent, man. We had a supercontinent. That's one. Two, it's not a world, it's a realm. It's not a world, it's a realm. It's not called a world. World means something. World is basically like your matrix. Like you can have your own world, like you in your own world. You know what I'm saying? Your own box, your own little creation box. Keep that in mind. I'm smart as hell, but Voyagers. Let's just say the Voyagers came because it's different. I don't want to say dimensions, but it's different parts of the realm. Different parts. It's big. It's real big. It's like a tree branch. Oh, you got this one, this one's like tree branch. All these worlds everywhere. Also around the time of the Great Oxidation, it was some like a galactic glacier event type thing, where basically the supercontinent was like called Pangea or Redania or some shit like that. It was broken up and and flooded. Imagine. All the deep land we see, like deep land on, like all the land that's land, was once connected. So all the deep land you see, it's not for water like you think. It's not for the ocean. Oceans was created. It was one big body of water around everything. Big, you got to think of the whole Africa, everything connected together. Boom. And we was us. We was all the way up on the corner on the left. The entrance and the exit. It's like you got, back then you had order. Even with the Defiers, you had order. Because on that supercontinent, the chain of commandment was respected. But just think, like it's the same tactic. They use it. You gotta think. They only was taught so much, so they use the same tactics over and over and over. That's why you can see in a movie. So it's promoted to you in a movie. That back door, that friend who come in and back door, that Judas, that back door. That's why that story is told. That back door. Because if I am a character, if I let you know, if I never tell a child about a certain kind of character or a certain kind of being or certain things that certain people do, that child will never think about it. Just like overseas people don't think how we think because we don't see the same or learn the same. The same tactics. They show you their tactic. Use your own. Use their own. You gotta use their own. They gotta do it to themselves. Like this, you will have an undertaker. You will have a doctor. You will have a law enforcement officer that's at a high rank. Like them nurses who be that run the floors at the hospitals and them white coats that come through, you know, they know a little more than the average little nurse or whatever the case, but they all know none of this is good for us. Law enforcement, they know we're not protecting and serving. We are policing y'all. We are watching y'all. If y'all get too thick, or is an event, or is too many of y'all congregating, we're gonna shut it down. Because you know why. Everybody knows why. But the scary thing is, when you see stuff like this, and you don't, I'm not doing it for no like, no comment, no subscribe, no share. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for my part in the Great Awakening, which has to happen. Which is going to happen. Whether they like it or not, it's going to happen. But it's scary when you don't automatically, boom, friend, look at this. Because we got so many people scared. The people who supposed to start it, like the rulers, the chain of commandment, the ones who got the world doing what they doing, like the influence of Chicago all the way in UK. Why are they watching us? You know what I'm saying? We not watching them. We not interested in they coaches and none of that. Why? Because everybody knows. I'm telling you, I've talked to people outside of this country. Talk to an Ethiopian, they'll tell you the quickest who you are and what you are. It's a chain of commandments, man. You just are who you are. And through you, people go here or there. It's all about frequencies, energies. Energy don't die. It continues. Let's just say that. Fuck all the scientific shit. It continues. So if you got bad energy on this earth, where the fuck you think your energy is going? Maybe if they catch you and they recycle it, boom, it's coming back through. The same shit, recycle, boom, come through, come back through. We need you out here. We need these demons. We need these demons. These little Marquines that keep slipping through, these little Malcolm X's that keep slipping through, these little Martins that keep slipping through, these little Rashad Jamals that keep slipping through, these little Dr. Sebis that keep slipping through. We don't need them. Not in this lifetime. That's why it's lock up or kill. Lock up or kill. Because we can't have that. We can't have them knowing that they at the top and they the ones who influence everything. Because if you see the whole Chicago come together, the whole world will come together. If you see the whole the New York and all these cities that we think don't matter, these ghettos that we think don't matter, if we see all these people come together, the whole world will do it. Cause they're gonna be like, damn, they ain't killing each other no more. They peaceful. They woo woo. The whole world will be on that. They tested it, man. We get tested and reset over and over and over. Testing and reset, testing and reset, testing and reset, testing and reset. And me, I believe it's every 10 years. Or 12. It's either every 10 or 12 years because I think it's every 12. No, I don't know, man. It might be every 6 years for real because the way shit go, it's been going crazy. 2K. When I was young, they said the world was gonna the world was over. In 2000, they said the world was over. Metaphorically, it was. It's over. 2012 was supposed to end. Metaphorically, it did. That world that we used to live in ended. And we in this new one where the streets is not to protect ourselves, not to get money within our own communities, not to help our communities, not to keep money in the communities. We didn't used to, understand this, man. When you see Al Poe, Rich and them, you see all these old gangsters and stuff like that, yes, they might have had Versace here, Versace there, but all that was Dapper Dan shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying maybe they didn't wear Gucci, Louis, whatever the case may be, but I got a father that was in it. So they was Dapper Dan, getting him to do it. They kept the money in the community. You know what I'm saying? They kept the money in the community. When them the older guys, they just get suits, maybe a Armani suit, a expensive suit. You know what I'm saying? Something that complements not only your look, but your body. Because everything, man, it ain't one thing that you can go around and look at and be like, this is good for me. Nothing in the promised land is good anymore because this land has a promise. This land, these people have a promise from source. You know what I'm saying? And it's But look up that though, like, just type in Google, when did we start, like, when was oxygen discovered? Just type it in. Look up all the stuff I was saying, man. Like, it's a bigger scale, man. Back in them times when you gotta think, it's so many pyramids because we weren't going across the fucking ocean and doing it, man. Everything was right here and everything was connected, man. All these people was connected and they knew who was in that top left corner, man. They know who the fuck from the top left corner, man. The West, man. They know who them people is, man. They know who. It ain't no West Coast. It ain't none of that. This whole shit is the West. You know what I'm saying? We ain't come from, we are this. This is us. Everything is us. And them motherfucking, they try to make it seem like the white folks was in the cave and wooty whoop. I know white people, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's a certain way that they were brought about. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but it's a reason. It's a different reason. Because when you really look at who hairy like a fucking caveman, what is the race? The races that's in every motherfucking corner store in every neighborhood. Them. You look at they back. Them are not. They are what us. That race. A splice of them. Because they have a splice of us. But a splice of them and the rest of that bullshit is what create white people. They come from them Slavic, Arabic kind of people, man. That's what they come from. That's why they look so similar, man. Like, that's why they look so similar. But those are the cavemen, man. Those was the ones in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Them the stinky people. Ain't too much changed. Ain't too much changed, man. And now they got people talking about Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. They got people talking about Allah. Allah. You hear me? Allah. This how you know. This how you know. They say they put the women in the back of the men in the mosque so that when the women bend over, whatever the lust and all that one kind of, whatever the situation may be. Those are some things I've heard from Muslims. Also, you read it, all of the things that they do and believe about the women and all that. Check it out. Check it out. If you in a mosque and you supposed to be godly and you supposed to be there for Allah and it's all this righteousness, why are you even looking at a woman in that certain way and as such? Like, why are you paying her? Why are you looking at her? Like, why would that be, like, you know, why would that be? And if it need to be separated, why is it together? If it needs to be separate, why is it together, man? Like, it ain't no, we hide our women because y'all hide y'all women because of the sun. That's why. Because the sun will burn y'all. That's why y'all hide y'all women. And y'all got our women over here doing this stupid shit. Y'all cover y'all hair because it gets nothing from the sun. That's stupid for us to do. We out here following anything to be anything, and we are everything. All this stuff was created to deteriorate you from the inside of you. They took everything inside of you, brought it out, and now you believe what you think you can see because it seemed physical. When really you was manifesting so well when we had the supercontinent. When we was breathing what we was supposed to be breathing. You know? When we had them things by the mouth. Bound. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they want to do this to us? You know? Why you think they want to cover our good eye? Why do you think they do that? What the fuck you think the crust is? Come on, man. This is all scientific stuff, man. You are a biological species. You're not some robot, man. I don't know what they think we are or what they try to make us to be. But we can't keep living in this fake culture and acting like it's really, you know, it's lit. Like, when everything is a lie. You feel me? When everything is a lie. Everything, man. Everything, man. They taught you how to love, man. They taught you romance. They taught you this shit, man. They play them sounds in the movies and so it could play on your feelings, man. You are a frequency, man. That's why when you vibrate high, you vibrate on a certain level. Things that's vibrating up there, you get to see. You get to see it. And I'm just trying to get to the point where I just vibrate higher and higher and higher. So it's just more of the outside stuff that I think I need. I'm seeing that I don't need. And this how you know where you need to work at also. Anything somebody can use against you, that's what you need to work on. Like say, say, for example, you love hard, right? If somebody, you know, if your heart get played with and all this, you know, that's just something that God teaching you that you need to work on. You feel me? That's just God teaching you that's something you need to work. My bad. It's a beautiful black guy that's walking out. But that's just something you need to work on. Like if somebody could, if say you don't want to smoke, when somebody could be like, well, like, bro, I'm trying to roll. I got one roll, and you be like, yeah, I'm boom. That's something you need to work on. It's anything that can just grab you and attach you to it and get you to move when you don't want to move, whether it's sex, food, lust, whatever the case may be, drugs, whatever. That's what you need to work on. You feel me? Anything outside of you don't need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't need to nourish yourself and eat and stuff like that, but you need to live, not live to eat. You know what I'm saying? But I know I probably got off topic, but it's a wide scale of what I want to really discuss as far as us before the fall, before they came scrolling over here, voyaging. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because them little cave people, you know, they was somewhat around, always around, but they've been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But they not necessarily from this realm. Before the ice, the galactic shit, when everything was froze to where you can't go here, can't travel abroad and do what you want, and every section is governed. Before that, they could just voyage over here. And when you hearing about, oh my God, y'all heard about the divines, y'all heard about the chosens, y'all heard about the Nubians, y'all heard about God's people, y'all heard about Source and them, y'all heard about the ones who teaching everybody this, teaching everybody that, y'all heard about them? All that bullshit they be talking. They came We didn't talk. We never used language. We didn't use language. That's why us still, as a black person, untapped in, we can go and look at each other and be like, and probably start laughing because we thinking the same thing. That's our language. We don't use we don't use this. All this is for modules, and it's for hailing, it's for that's what we use. That's what this is used for. They taught us how to use this dumb stuff that don't mean nothing, but it means something because you see how you know what I mean?